नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, chapter 5, Narada's teachings to Vasudev. 30, text 34. Tvakta Sudustaja Shurepsita Rajya Lakshmim Takta Sudustaja Surepshita Rajya Lakshmim Dharmishtha Arja Bachasa Jadagad Aranyam Dharmishtha Arja Bachasa Jadagad Aranyam Mayamrigam Dvaitaipshitam Annadhavad Mayamrigam Dvaitaipshitam Annadhavad Bande Mahapurusha Te Charanaravindam Vande Mahapurushate Charanaravindam. Yeah, this verse is little long, but it's a very beautiful verse. It's describing, anyway, we'll go into the purport. So, Takta Sudustaja Surepsita Rajya Lakshmi Takta Sudustaja Surepshita Rajya Lakshmi Dharmishtha Arja Bachasa Jadagad Aranyam Dharmishtha Arja Bachasa Jadagad Aranyam Mayamrigang Daitaipsitamannadhava Mayamrigam Daitaipsitamannadhava Vande Mahapurushate Charanaravindam Vande Mahapurushate Charanaravindam Takta Sudustaja Surepshita Rajya Lakshmi Dharmishtha Arja Bachasa Jadagad Aranyam Mayamrigang Dvaitaipshitamannadhava Vande Mahapurushate Charanaravindam
Sudustaja Surepshitam Rajya Lakshmi
Sudustaja Surepshita Rajya Lakshmi
Dharmishtha Arja Bachasa Jadagad Aranyam Mayamrigam Dvaitaipshitam Annadhava Vande Mahapurushate Charanaravindam Takta Sudustaja Surepshita Rajya Lakshmi Dharmishtha Arja Bachasa Jadagad Mayamrigam Daitaipshitam Annabhava
Mayamrigam Daitaipshitam Annabhava
Vande Mahapurushate Charanarvindam
Vande Mahapurushate Charanarvindam
त्यक्त्वा सुदुस्त्यज सुरेप्सित राज्य लक्ष्मी
सुदुष्टरक्षितराजलक्ष्मीं
धर्मिष्ठ आर्य वचसा यदगादरण्यम्
धर्मिष्ठयार्जवचसा जगदादरण्यम्
मायामृगं दयितयेप्सितमन्वधावा
मायामृगं दयितैक्षितमन्नधावा
वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम्
वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम्
त्यक्त्वा सुदुस्तयजसुरेप्सितराज्यलक्ष्मीं
सुदुष्टजसेप्सितराजलक्ष्मीं
धर्मिष्ठ आर्यवचसा यदगादरण्यम्
धर्मिष्ठार्जवचसा जगदादरण्यम्
मायामृगं दयितयेप्सितमन्वधावत् वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम् त्यक्त्वा सुदुष्टयजसुरेप्सितराज्यलक्ष्मीं धर्मिष्ठ आर्यवचसा यदगादरण्यम्
धर्मिष्ठार्जवचसा जगदादरण्यम्
मायामृगं दयितेप्सितमन्वधावत्
मायामृगं दयितैक्षितमन्नधावत्
वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम्
वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम्
Mataji's Takta Sudustaja Surepsitarajalakshmim Dharmishta Arya Vachasa Jagadaranyam Mayamrigam Daitaikshitamannadhava Vande Mahapurushate Charanarvindam Ashudustaja Surepsitarajalakshmim Dharmishta Arya Vachasa Jagadaranyam Mayamrigam Daitaikshitamannadhava Vande Mahapurushate Charanarvindam Takta, abandoning. Sudustaja, most difficult to give up. Sura Ipshita, anxiously desired by the demigods. Rajya Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune and her opulence. Dharmishtha, most perfectly fixed in religiousness. Arja Vachasa, according to the words of a Brahmana, who had cursed him to be deprived of all happiness of family life. Yat, he who, Agat, went, Arannam, to the forest, taking to the renounced order of life. Mayam Mrigam, the conditioned soul, who is always searching, out illusory enjoyment. Doitaya, out of sheer mercy. Ipsritam, his desired object. Annadhavat, running after. Vande, I offer my homage. Mahapurusha, O Lord Mahaprabhu. Te, to your Charanara Vindam, lotus feet. Translation: O Mahapurusha, I worship your lotus feet. You gave up the association of the goddess of fortune and all her opulence, which is most difficult to renounce and hankered after by even the great demigods. Being the most faithful follower of the path of religion, you thus left for the forest in obedience to the Brahmana's curse. Out of sheer mercifulness, you chased after the fallen conditioned souls, who are always in pursuit of the false enjoyment of illusion, and at the same time engaged in searching out your own desired object, Lord Shyamasundara. Please repeat, O Mahapurusha, I worship your lotus feet. You gave up the association of the goddess of fortune and all her opulence, which is most difficult to renounce and is hankered after by even the great demigods. Being the most faithful follower of the path of religion, you thus left for the forest in obedience to the Brahmana's curse. Out of sheer mercifulness, you chased after the fallen conditioned souls, who are always in pursuit of the false enjoyment of illusion, and at the same time engaged in searching after your own desired object, Lord Shamsundar. Purport: According to the Vaishnava Acharyas, this important verse of the Srimad Bhagavatam is understood to describe Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Krishna, and also Lord Ramchandra. This verse appears within the discussion by sage Karabhajana of the Jugavatars, or the different incarnations of the personality of Godhead, who deliver the conditioned souls of each age. The prayer ending with the words Bande Mahapurushate Charanara Vindam are understood to glorify the incarnation of Lord Krishna in Kali Yuga, known as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived for 24 years in Navadvip as a householder and enjoyed immense popularity among both scholars and ordinary persons. His Sankirtan movement was completely supported by the local government, even though it was Muslim. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had the pleasure of marrying the goddess of fortune. No ordinary woman of the material world, no matter how gorgeous she may be, can in any way compare with the beautiful goddess of fortune. Everyone in the universe, including Lord Brahma, is searching after the goddess of fortune. Therefore, it is stated here, Shurepshita. However, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna appearing as a Brahmana, and therefore he is certainly Dharmishtha, or the most religious. Actually, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is always Dharmishtha, whether he appears as a cowherd boy, a great king, or a Brahmana, because the Lord himself is the original source and personification of all religious principles. However, in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there are very few political or economic activities. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared as a great philosopher Brahmana, and thus he is certainly Dharmishtha. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the 17th chapter of the Adi Lila, it is described that a Brahmana who was well known for being harsh and cursing others, could not enter the Kirtan hall where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing Kirtan because the door was locked. Being very agitated and breaking his Brahmana thread, he cursed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu the next day on the bank of the Ganges, saying, I shall now curse you, for your behavior has greatly aggrieved me. You shall be bereft of all material happiness. However, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt great jubilation within himself. Since his mission was Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga, to give up all illusion of material sense gratification and staunchly engage 24 hours a day in the devotional service of the Lord. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took this curse as a blessing, and soon after the Lord took sannyas. Thus, it is stated in this verse that by the word of the Arya, the Brahmana, Arya Bachasa, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, Jadagad Arannam, and when traveling through the different forests of India on the way to Vrindavan and later South India, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted specially to preserve the prestige of the Brahmana class, and therefore he decided to keep the Brahmana's curse intact. This is a very long purport, but we will just discuss up to this part. Takta sudustaja shurepshita rajya lakshming dharmishtha arja bachasa jadagad arannam mayam mrigang daitaep shitamanna dhavad bande mahapurushate charanar vindam. O Mahapurusha, I worship your lotus feet. You gave up the association of the goddess of fortune and all her opulence, which is most difficult to renounce and is hankered after by even the great demigods. Being the most faithful follower of the path of religion, you thus left for the forest in obedience to a Brahmana's curse. Out of sheer mercifulness, you chased after the fallen conditioned souls who are always in pursuit of the false enjoyment of illusion and at the same time engaged in searching out your own desired object, Lord Shamsundar. So, these chapters are describing the discussion between King Nimi, the son of Ikshaku, and the Navajogendras, the 9 most exalted devotees of the Lord. They are the 9 sons of King Rishabdev. King Rishabdev had 100 sons, and eldest of them was Bharat Maharaj. According to him, this land has become known as Bharatvarsha because he was ruling over the entire earth planet. And his 9 sons did not pursue the Kshatriya order. Out of 100 sons, 9 became absorbed in Krishna consciousness. They decided to pursue the path of Krishna consciousness. And they are known as Navajogendras, 9 greatest of the yogis. And King Nimi had been asking him questions. In the last chapter, they described about different incarnations of the Lord. And in this chapter, he is describing the Yuga dharmas of different ages. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. What is the Yuga dharma of Satya Yuga? How many of you remember? This is from this chapter also. Yeah, Krite Jad Dhayate Vishnu Tretayam Jajati Makho, Satyuga's dharma is Kritejad Dhayati Vishnu. And Tretayam, Jajati Makho. Treta Yuga's dharma is worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead through performance of Yajna. Jajati Makho. Yajneshwar, Krishna is worshipped through performance of Yajna. And Dwapare Paricharjayam. In the age of Dwapar Yuga, the way to worship the Lord is by worshipping Him in the temple. Paricharjayam. And Kalo Tad Hari Kirtanad. In the age of Kali, the Lord is worshipped as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Jagai Sankirtana Praya. Kalo Tad Hari Kirtana, through Harinam Sankirtan. Sankirtan Jogge Kare Krishna Aradhan. In the age of Kali, Krishna is worshipped through Sankirtan Yajna. So here he is actually pointing out, like I'll just go into different incarnations of the Lord has been mentioned in Krite, Shukla, Shrutar Bahur, Jotila Bal Kalambara, Krishna Jino Pita, Krishna Jino Upabitakshan, Bibhrad Danda Kamandalu. In Satyuga, the Lord is white and four-armed, has matted locks and wears a garment of tree bark. He carries a black deer skin, a sacred thread, prayer beads, and the rod and water pot for a brahmachari. And then his names are also described. What are the names of the Lord in Satyuga who will establish the Yuga Dharma? He is known as, in Satyuga, the Lord is glorified by the names Hamsa, Suparna, Vaikuntha, Dharma, Yogeshwara, Amala, Ishvara, Purusha, Abhakta, and Paramatma. In Treta Yuga, the Lord appears with a red complexion. In Satyuga, Lord appears in white complexion. Seta, then in Treta Yuga, the Lord appears in Rakta, red complexion. In Treta Yuga, the Lord appears with a red complexion. He has four arms, golden hair, and wears a triple belt representing initiation into each of the three Vedas, embodying the knowledge of worship by sacrificial performance, which is contained in the Rig, Sham, and Yajur Vedas. His symbols are the ladle, spoon, and other implements of sacrifice. In Satyuga, he is a brahmachari, and in Treta Yuga, he is a Yajneshwar, and he has the paraphernalia of sacrifice with him. In Treta Yuga, the members of human society who are fixed in religiosity and are sincerely interested in achieving the absolute truth worship Lord Hari, who contains within himself all the demigods. The Lord is worshipped by the rituals of sacrifice taught in the three Vedas. And in Treta Yuga, the Lord is glorified by the names Vishnu, Yajna, Prishnigarbha, Sarvadeva, Urukrama, Brishakapi, Jayanta, and Urugaya. In Dwapar Yuga, the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears with a dark blue complexion, wearing yellow garments. The Lord's transcendental body is marked in this incarnation with Srivatsa and other distinctive ornaments. and he manifests his personal weapons. And so this personality of Godhead will be worshipped. People in the age will worship him in the mood of honoring a great king, following the prescriptions of both the Vedas and Tantras. Obeisances to you, O Supreme Lord Vasudev, and to your forms of Shankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, all obeisances unto you, O Lord Narayan Rishi, a creator of the universe, best of personalities, master of this cosmos, and original form of the universe. O Supersoul of all created entities, all homage unto you. O King, in this way, people in Dwapar Yuga glorify the Lord of the universe. In Kali Yuga also, people worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead by following various regulations of the revealed scriptures. Now, kindly hear of this from me. Then comes that verse, Krishna Varnam, Tishak Krishnam, Sangapangastra Parshadam, Yaggai Sankirtana Prayair, Jajanti hi Sumedhasa. How many of you know this verse? Please raise your hand. And how many of you think you should know this verse? You should learn this verse? Okay. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the name of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. So who is that? Who is the incarnation in the age of Kali? Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what did he do appearing in this age? First of all, Krishna Varnam. How did he come? Chanting the holy name of Krishna. Krishna, 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 hey. Krishna, 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 Rakshama. Krishna, 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 Pahi Ma. Rama, Raghava, Rama, Raghava, Rama, Raghava, Rakshama. Keshava, Krishna, Keshava, Krishna, Keshava, Pahi Ma. The point is, when he came, he made everybody chant the holy name, and he himself chanted the holy name. You know how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared? At what time he appeared? Generally the Lord appears at a very auspicious time. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu deliberately appeared at an inauspicious time, at the time of the lunar eclipse. Why did he appear at such a time when there was an eclipse which is considered to be inauspicious? Because at that inauspicious time, everybody will chant the holy name of the Lord. Mahajane bole, grohonero chale, sange harinam kirtan. And under the pretext of Grahan, eclipse, he made everybody chant the holy name of the Lord. This is how he appeared. When he appeared in the month of Falgun, which is just come, and the full moon on the month of Falgun, which will be in just about 1 week's time. Gaur Purnima festival. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in a very special way. making everyone chant the holy name. Krishna Varnam and Tisha Akrishnam. His complexion, Krishna's complexion is blackish, dark. Not black actually, darkish. It has been, Krishna's complexion has been described as like monsoon cloud. Nava Nirada Nindita Kanti Dharam. His complexion is like monsoon cloud. And Prabhupada pointed out that Krishna's complexion cannot be defined or described by any material definition or example, because his complexion is completely transcendental. It is not a material color Krishna has, his complexion is spiritual. Sometimes Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur described that Krishna's complexion is like Aparajita flower. Do you get Aparajita flowers here? It's a flower which is a very dark blue color. Beautiful dark blue color. In Bengal it grows very abundantly. But you don't get, I haven't seen Aparajita here. Maybe you can plant some here. Aparajita. And Prabhupada said that monsoon cloud, that's just an example. But it has, the description is Nava Nirada Nindita. Nindita. It is it is superseding the color of the beauty of the monsoon cloud. It's not like monsoon cloud, or as Radharani's complexion has been described, that Kumkumakta Kanchanabja Garbhahari Gaurabha. Kumkumakta Kanchanabja. Kumkum means red kumkum. And when the kumkum is mixed, the red of kumkum mixes with Kanchanabja, the color of gold. Then what kind of color they'll be? The gold and red mixed together. Garbhahari, that color's pride is defeated by the complexion of Srimati Radharani. So, Krishna Varnam, Tisha, Akrishnam. Krishna appeared in an Akrishna complexion, non-Krishna complexion. Regarding that also our acharyas pointed out that Akrishna means three possibilities. Krishna appears as it has been described by Garga Muni at the time of Krishna's Namkaran Sanskar, that Seta, Rakta, Tatha Pita, Idaning Krishna Tangata. This person, this boy, appears in other ages in white complexion, red complexion, and yellow complexion. Now he has appeared in his Krishna Tangata, dark complexion. So then, Krishna has three other complexions: Sweta, Rakta, Tatha Pita. Now, Sweta he appeared in Satyayuga. Rakta he appeared in Treta Yuga. So then, what is left? Pita. So Krishna's complexion, the Krishna indicates the molten golden complexion. The complexion that resembles the color of molten gold. The complexion of Srimati Radharani. So in this way, Krishna appears in this particular age of Kali Yuga. Krishna Varnam, Tisha Akrishnam. And how does he come? He comes with Sangha, Upanga, Astra and Parshad. His Anga, his immediate expansions. His Upangas, the expansion of his expansions. Astra, weapon, and Parshad. Astra has been specifically mentioned here because generally Krishna's Astra is chakra, gada, bow and arrow, sword. But in this age he came with a very special weapon. He didn't bring those weapons. He came with a very special weapon. What is that weapon? That weapon is the weapon of Krishna Prem. That weapon is the weapon of his own beauty. So this is his weapon in this age. He is making everybody chant Hare Krishna and in this way he is enabling them to defeat or destroy, kill the demoniac propensities. In this age, he is conquering even the demons with his beauty, because whoever sees him becomes attracted to him. So this is how mercifully the Lord has appeared. In this age, he didn't come with a weapon to kill anybody. In other ages, he comes with a weapon and he kills the demons. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. Vinashaya, annihilate the demons. But in this age, he is not killing anybody with a weapon. He is not accepting any such weapon that kills. He came with a weapon that transforms the demoniac propensities in the living entities. In this age of Kali, everybody is very, very degraded. Everyone is very fallen. So he came actually to deliver the fallen souls. So that is the special appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And coming in this age, what does he do? Jaggai Sankirtana Prayir. He establishes Sankirtan Jagga. Now, although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's identity is hidden in the scriptures, in the age of Kali, his identity is not revealed in the scripture directly. Like for example, in the scriptures, Krishna's appearance, Ramchandra's appearance, even Buddha's appearance, Kalki's appearance have been very clearly described. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance hasn't been described. And that's why Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was arguing with Gopinath Acharya. When Gopinath Acharya told that this Krishna Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, no, in the age of Kali there is no incarnation of the Lord. Therefore he is known as Trijuga. Trijuga, one who appears in three yugas, indicating that he appears only in three yugas. One can mistakenly think that means in Kali Yuga he doesn't come. But Gopinath Acharya pointed out that he comes as a Chanda Kalo. In the age of Kali, he comes hiding his identity. Prachanna avatar, Channa avatar. He doesn't come as God, but he comes as a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But from this verse, doesn't it become clear who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Can anybody have any doubt that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Who started Sankirtan movement? Who started Sankirtan movement? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what is his complexion like? His complexion is like molten gold. How did he come? He came with his associates. And how did he? What did he do? He chanted the holy name himself and he made everybody chant the holy name, which is the Juga Dharma of the age of Kali. Now this verse that we discussed just now actually clearly points out Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's identity. Takta Sudustaja Surepshita Rajya Lakshmi. Great popularity Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so popular, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so famous. At a very young age, at the age of about 16, he defeated the greatest scholar of India, Keshav Kashmiri. That means at the age of 16, he was the greatest scholar of India. By defeating the greatest scholar, he became the greatest scholar. Just as it happens, like anyone who is holding the heavyweight boxing champion's title, heavyweight champion, if somebody defeats him, then what happens? Then he becomes the champion. So that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. He made Keshav Kashmiri defeat all the scholars of India, then come to Navadvip and he defeated him. He didn't have to travel all over India. Or he didn't have to get into this arduous and undesirable debates with other scholars. He got Keshav Kashmiri defeat everybody, come to Navadvip, and he defeated him. So he was so famous as the greatest scholar. And he was such an attractive personality, extremely handsome, extremely beautiful. Everybody was attracted to him. But Takta Sudustaja, he left this immense popularity and wealth. As if the goddess of fortune, naturally he is a lord of goddess of fortune. But goddess of fortune brings opulence. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a devotee, what did he do? He renounced everything. Krishna is the supreme proprietor and supreme enjoyer, but a devotee of Krishna is completely renounced. As we discussed the other day, why devotees of Lord Shiva are so opulent, and the devotees of Krishna, Narayan, although he is the goddess of fortune, his devotees are not so opulent. Like Lord Shiva himself. Why Lord Shiva is so renounced? Lord Shiva is completely renounced. Although he is the husband of Jagannatha, the goddess, the Mahamaya, Durga, Jagadhatri, Annapurna. He is the husband of the material, the personified material nature, the controller of the entire material nature, but he himself is completely renounced. Why? Because the devotee loses attraction for anything material. Becoming a devotee of getting the taste of Krishna's lotus feet, experiencing the joy of devotion to Krishna, being elevated to the spiritual platform which is beyond material nature, they lose all interest for material things or material pleasure, material enjoyment. So that is the nature of a devotee. So since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is playing the role of a devotee, he is completely renounced. Shurepshita Rajya Lakshmi, Takta, giving up. And Dharmishtha Arja Vachasha, he is establishing the principle of religion, and especially Brahminical culture. And in order to honor the curse of a Brahmana, he renounced his family life. He renounced Lakshmi Devi, Vishnu Priya Devi, who is the goddess of fortune herself, and left for home, left for the forest, left home for the forest. Jadagad Arannam went to the forest. Mayam Mrigang Daitayep Shitaman Nidhavat. And he chased those living entities who are completely engrossed in material enjoyment. He went to them and made them into devotees of Krishna. As if he was chasing the Maya Mriga, the illusory material nature, the illusory influence of the material nature. Bande Mahapurushate Charanarabindam. Now, sometimes it seems that this verse is actually indicating Lord Ramchandra. Ramchandra did that also. Like Arja Bachasa. Arja Bachasa, Arja, another meaning of the word, Arja is superior, senior. His mother's words. Kaikeyi wanted him to go to the. Kaikeyi had a boon from Dasarath. And now she wanted that Ram should go to the forest. So, in order to honor the word of his superior, he went to the forest. Maya Mrigam. When Marich came in the form of a golden deer, he chased after him. So it seems that it is also indicating Lord Ramchandra. And our Acharya said, yes, it indicates Lord Ramchandra also. But here the question actually is that this particular section is describing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ramchandra's identity has been revealed already in Treta Yuga, but in Kali Yuga description is given. So actually, principally, this verse is indicating Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Although our Acharya said this verse can also indicate Lord Ramchandra and also Krishna Chandra. So, in this way, from the scriptures, we understand what is the Yuga Dharma for this age. What is the Yuga Dharma for this age? Sankirtan Yajna. And who established that? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? His Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, with the mood of Srimati Radharani and assuming the complexion of Srimati Radharani, he has appeared. So thank you all very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Tomorrow, Bhaktarupa Prabhu will give the class, Bhagavatam class, and don't miss this class. Don't miss the nectar. And will you be there day after also? Bhaktarupa? Day after tomorrow? You're leaving tomorrow. Shankardhari Prabhu?
Yes, I go to Buckwheat.
Huh?
I go to Buckwheat.
Then why don't you give the class day after tomorrow?
Tomorrow
Oh, we are leaving tomorrow also. Then maybe this evening Shankardhari Prabhu can give the class. Huh? Give Bhagavad Gita class, you can give. Yeah. Okay, there are some questions from the internet. This is from Jayesh Das, Calcutta. Guru Maharaj, my question, in other Chatur Yuga, incarnation of Lord in Dwapar Yuga is also the same complexion of Krishna, who comes as his eternal consort in other Dwapar Yuga. Yeah, see that the Lord always comes with his eternal consort Lakshmi Devi. If that is your question, Jayesh, that you are asking who comes as his eternal consort in other Dwapar Yuga. The difference between this Dwapar Yuga and other Dwapar Yuga, who remembers? In this, what is this Dwapar Yuga? In the 7th Manvantar, Vaivashata Manvantar, 28 Chatur Yuga, in Dwapar Yuga who comes? Krishna, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, he comes with Srimati Radharani. But in other Dwapar Yuga, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead doesn't come. He comes as the incarnation who is an expansion of Kshirodakshayi Vishnu. So, whenever the Lord appears, along with him comes Lakshmi Devi, goddess of fortune, his eternal consort. So, in other Dwapar Yuga, Lakshmi Devi comes. Another question from Jayesh. My second question, Gargamuni said, Idanim Krishnatangataha. So he pointed out that the boy comes in other yugas with other complexion and now his color is blackish. So can it be said that Krishna in this particular Chaturyuga is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself and simultaneously he is playing the role of Yugavatar of this Dwapar Yuga? Yes, that's true. In this Dwapar Yuga, although he is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna of Golok Vrindavan, the son of Nanda Maharaj, but he is also playing the role of the Yugavatar. Appearing as at that time, he also fulfilled the role of the Yugavatar. This is from Vinod Kumar from Dubai. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Pam Ho. My question is, how did Mahaprabhu show all his powers? Mahaprabhu is Mahavadanya, the most munificent personality. So his power is actually his magnanimity, his broad-mindedness, his udarata, his magnanimity. And his magnanimity is displayed by giving everybody Krishna Prem. Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. So the way he displayed his power is by giving them Krishna consciousness and by displaying his merciful attitude towards all the fallen souls. Sanjay Hasija from Indore. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Guru Maharaj, as you mentioned yesterday that we should chant holy name attentively, so I tried. I feel good, but I want always to chant nicely. So please bless me so that I could do my bhakti properly. Thank you. Guru Maharaj, we'll miss you in Gaur Purnima. Yes, I also will miss you all during Gaur Purnima. But unfortunately, I have to leave Ujjain. So Sanjay, I will see you when I come back. Thank you. But you all come to Gaur Purnima, to Ujjain. For Gaur Purnima, all of you from Indore also come to Ujjain. Does anybody have any question? Bhakti Rupa Prabhu, yeah.
Arya Vachasaya Dagararanyam, how does that apply to Krishna?
Because his father told him to take the cows and go to the forest.
And Maya Rigam, can you talk about this?
This must be there in this.
It had multiple. Mrigam, what is this word Mrigam? It has, means deer and it also means.
Mriga also means animal.
Huh?
Animal. It specifically means a deer, but it also means animal in general.
So what is that meaning for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Maya Mrigam? What is it?
That those who are involved in Maya, the living entities, those who are completely absorbed in Maya, he chased them to bring them to Krishna consciousness, to give them Krishna consciousness.
So how is that Mrigam?
Here Migam would mean living entities. The living entity, that is how it has been pointed out in the...
Sometimes I've heard that Mrigam refers to how the deer is always looking here and there.
Oh, I see. Okay, so those who are searching after Maya's, searching after Maya here and there. Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you. This hasn't been clearly pointed out here. Okay, so here is, let me read that. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has explained the word Maya Mrigam as follows. Maya means one's so-called wife, children, and bank account, which keep one firmly bound up in the material bodily concept of life. The word Mrigam indicates Mrigayati, or to search out. Yeah, this is the point. The search out. Mrigam, Mrigayati, or to search out. Thus, Maya Mrigam indicates the conditioned living entity who is always frantically searching for the latest up to the minute sense gratification in the material bodily concept of life. Society, friendship, and love. Ranjan from USA. Hare Krishna Maharaj, I am above 50 years old and a staunch follower of Srila Prabhupada. Can I accept him as Guru by reading his books, following the 4 regulative principles and chanting 16 rounds? Or is it absolutely necessary to accept a Guru, Prabhupada's disciple, through initiation? Would like to know what Prabhupada had instructed in this context. Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Ranjan. Very nice question. Yes, Prabhupada is everyone's guru in ISKCON. Not only today, as long as ISKCON will be there, Prabhupada will always remain the guru of ISKCON. Because it is Prabhupada's instructions, Prabhupada's teachings, Prabhupada's books are the foundation of ISKCON. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada is the guru of everyone in ISKCON. In GBC, we have a resolution that Prabhupada will always be the preeminent Shiksha Guru of all the devotees of ISKCON for all time. That is Prabhupada's position. He is the Guru of ISKCON as the founder Acharya. He is not only the founder of ISKCON, he is the Acharya of the institution of ISKCON for all time. Now, as you said, that is it necessary to accept a Guru through initiation? Well, you see, Guru is needed to guide you. Like, you need a Guru so that you need a present Guru. Prabhupada has pointed out that you need a Guru to guide you on a day-to-day basis. Somebody who can communicate with. That Guru doesn't have to be only one initiating spiritual master, but that Guru can be many other devotees who are in ISKCON, who are functioning as Shiksha Gurus as well. Because just as the books are not enough, in order to reveal the books, you need a teacher. And therefore, Srila Prabhupada has given his Bhaktivedanta purport. Through the Bhaktivedanta purport, Srila Prabhupada is the teacher who is revealing the teachings, who is explaining the teachings for our understanding. Similarly, at times, to understand Prabhupada's books also we need a teacher who is present with us. But at the same time, I will say that I'll leave it up to you. You decide whether you need you need to take an initiation from a guru. There is no compulsion. ISKCON is very open with that understanding. No one is going to force you to take initiation. If you feel Prabhupada's books are sufficient, still you can continue to function within ISKCON as a recognized member of the institution, although you may not want to take initiation. But at the same time, in ISKCON, we cannot say that nobody needs to take initiation from a present Guru. Like We are also seeing, yes, there are some people, those who haven't taken initiation, but they are making spiritual advancement. They are within ISKCON, they are functioning as a bona fide member. Yes, Bhaktirupa Prabhu?
Das Babaji Maharaj never took initiation.
Bamsidas Babaji Maharaj. Yeah,
But it was understood from previous life that he had that samskar.
yeah. Right. So there are some special cases, there will be like that, yeah. Like Bhaktirupa Prabhu, one of our very senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he is saying that the instance in that respect is Srila Bangsidas Babaji Maharaj, who was a contemporary of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He did not take initiation as such from anyone. But he had Shiksha Guru. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj was a Shiksha Guru. So Shiksha you need, although the formality of initiation may not be there, but Shiksha Gurus are there. So Ankit Vora from USA, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Dandavat Pranam. According to Nectar of Instruction, verse 3, there are 6 principles favorable to execution of pure devotional service, and one of them is being enthusiastic. Does this also follow while performing Shravanam and Kirtanam? I mean, we are said that whenever we chant the Mahamantra, we should chant as if a child is crying from his heart for his mother, lamenting and searching in the mode of separation. I was wondering, how can we be both enthusiastic as well as lament in the mood of separation at same time while performing Shravanam and Kirtanam? Well, not that, like we have to always chant with the mood of lamentation. There can be the mood of excitement also, and enthusiasm as utsaha while chanting. Yes, we can take that spirit of enthusiasm. Like for example, Kirtan is going on, we get to hear that somewhere the Kirtan Mela is going on, and we become very enthusiastic to go and join there to chant in the association of devotees. So that is the utsaha. The utsaha is the prerogative. It forces you. But then the mood that you develop while chanting, like as you were saying, a child crying, the way a child cries for his mother, a devotee should chant in that way. Not only it should be always the mood of a child crying for the mother. It can be one mood, but there is another mood can be, just as a lover calls out to his beloved. That also can be a mood of chanting. There can be, or a friend calling out to the friend. So there are different moods of chanting, but behind that, enthusiasm, utsaha, must be there. Because that is the very, very foundation of the inspiration for devotional service. How many do you have? Oh, it's just coming. Priya from Juhu, Mumbai. Hare Krishna Maharaj, this is related to yesterday's class. As you mentioned, if the mind is uncontrolled, it makes the person insane. If such a person behave abnormally through bad behavior, harsh words, to what extent should the victim of such behavior tolerate? If the relationship is between devotees and sensitive relations in immediate family between husband and wife, where both are devotees. Yeah. So yesterday what I was actually pointing out is that the apparent similarity between insanity and ecstasy. Like one is below normal and other is above normal. Like when you are dealing with this material nature in a normal way, then that state is called sanity, sen. But when when one doesn't know how to deal with the material nature, he loses his mental balance, and that is insanity. But when one develops his love for Krishna and goes beyond this material platform and starts to behave in a state of ecstasy, that also appears to be in sort of similar to or looks like a madman's behavior, insane person's behavior. But that behavior is diametrically opposite. Now, as you mentioned, if in that state one is harsh and offensive and behaves in an intolerant way, then how to take that? My point is, when one is in that state of ecstasy, he cannot be harsh or he cannot be offensive. And even if he doesn't mean to hurt anybody at that stage, he is, but because he is not conscious about the immediate surrounding, because he is completely lost himself in his love for Krishna, sometimes he may not behave in a rational way. Say, for example, just like when Daksha entered into the assembly, Lord Shiva didn't stand up to show respect to him. Whereas all the other people, all the other demigods and saintly personalities present there stood up. Now Daksha took the offense, but Lord Shiva did not mean any offense. Lord Shiva did not behave in that way to show disrespect to Daksha. But the thing is, he was so absorbed in thinking about Krishna, thinking about Shankarshan, Balaram. He was so absorbed in the thoughts of Balaram that he did not notice that Daksha came there. So sometimes their behavior may appear to be harsh, but they do not mean any offense to anybody. Bhaktirupa Prabhu?
Maybe you can remember the details. There's one story about either Rupa or Sanatana Goswami, and they were.
Okay.
You know that story?
Yeah, somebody, Rupa Goswami.
Yeah.
I think I can remember myself. Like if I miss, then you can correct me. One day Rupa Goswami was chanting, and there was a Vaishnav passing by, walking by, and he had some defect in his leg. So he was kind of, faltering, or he was kind of crippled, and he was staggering in his walk. And at that time, Rupa Goswami, remembering Krishna's pastime, smiled. But this Brahmana thought, this devotee thought, that he was laughing at his physical deformity. And then Rupa Goswami felt that he couldn't focus his mind into the chanting. And then later on he found out, because this Vaishnava took offense, that's why he couldn't focus his mind into. So sometimes the Vaishnava aparad can become unintentional, and when the Vaishnava takes offense like that, like a personality of a stature of Rupa Goswami who's so sensitive can become affected by that kind of